And then eventually we're going to get there to the people that are working in the prisons, because they're going through it too, because y'all have to be psychologically messed up to cause this trauma to people. Y'all got to be psychologically really messed up to put the harm on people that you're putting on people and doing it every day.
Well, no
over and
question.
over.
Now, look, I can speak. Sorry for cutting you off too. For my sister. My sister lives in North Carolina. She's living in Virginia prior to that, and she was a sergeant in corrections. She was a CO, and she was a CO for 13 years. And she, we stayed in touch when I was incarcerated, and she used to always tell me how psychologically it messes her up, to go through that experience and be around those men that were truly messed up, like mentally, a lot of them, and a lot of times, she had to witness and see these things that occur when corrections had to take a person down, or when the prisoner cut a CO, and so she decided to leave. She decided to leave after almost making it well, it was kind of a career for her, because 13 years is a long time. I'm like, you ready to go for real? She like, yeah, I can't do it no more. Like, so I understand all too well that this definitely speaks to the correction officers as well, that go through this mental disorder, this mental health issue. Do you take these surveys nationwide? How does that work? Because I want to try that.
Yeah.
I would like for you, and I would like to push it. I would like to push it here on Success After Lockdown. Like, any information you have that we could just push out there and put on all these social media networks that I have, because I think that's very important what you're doing. I've never heard somebody doing it like you're doing. I heard of people talking about pics, but even here in New York State, but you going through what you're going through, fighting to get it recognized and put in this category, that's amazing to me, and it's definitely well needed. It's definitely much needed and appreciated.
Yeah, we have, it is a national survey. We are petitioning as many colleges and universities across the country to adopt our research. Rutgers just came on with us this week, so they are going to be adopting our research. And the idea is, the more people that take the survey, the more colleges and universities that adopt it. When y'all are taking this survey, then they are studying it. And so we are creating relatable therapists, or whoever's going into that mental health profession. When we sending them out, guess what? They're already learning how to do it. So we're teaching them. So
Absolutely.
one way or the other, I'm gonna get this thing out there. And
That's
so
right.
I'm not gonna wait for the APA to tell me when they're gonna do this. I'm gonna make them come to us and say, hey, wait a minute, recidivism rates are diminished. How are you doing this? How is this happening? How are this happening? It's like, because it takes 10 years to get a disorder in place. And so I'm just thinking about, what are the innovative ways that we can close in the APA to say, wait a minute. And we go back with the data, say, we got over 100 universities that have adopted it. The recidivism rate has dropped. I don't know. Are we still recording? Okay.
Yes, you are.
The recidivism rate has dropped this much in this many years. We've helped this many families. We've given this much therapy. It's inevitable, it's working. And so that's how we're trying to run this program. Yep.
Absolutely. Listen and tell me. So my thought here is will. Oh, have you ever reached out to Columbia University,
They're next on the list.
Mercy University?
Now I've never heard of Mercy, but I
So
will.
so I graduated from Mercy College, which is now Mercy University. Used to be called Mercy College, in New York, based in New York, and they definitely support PICS. They support our cause. They as well as Columbia University, as well as New York Theological Seminary. So New York Theological Seminary is where I graduated from with my master's degree. And I think those are um and I'm gonna send you a couple of people out here in New York State that I know that will, if they not already, you know, behind something like this, they will definitely be involved with something that you know what you're doing. Um, I don't know if you heard of Hudson Link. Hudson Link is a nonprofit organization out here in New York State, as well as Exodus Transitional Community.
Mhm.
Uh, Mohammed, Mr. Marshall, he currently works for Exodus. I used to work for Exodus. Um, me and the CEO, his name is Julio Medina. We like good friends, real good friends. He was one of my professors in my master's degree class. But we deal with those that's coming home, and we help them transition into society here in New York State under Exodus community. But I just mentioned those few organizations that I know that I would like for you to get set up with. I would like for you
Okay.
to definitely get set up with, and definitely any information like that you can send me that I can push this out. We can push it because it's so necessary and so
Absolutely.
needed. So if you could, because we coming up upon time, like if you could share with our audience, like, you know, how can we get in touch with Chastity? How can we get in touch with, you know, your organization and the survey and doing this survey? Because I'm gonna do this survey for real.
Yeah.
No question. I want to see what you what you're doing exactly. So if you could share with our family audience.
Yeah. So we are in a rebranding stage. I told you we just shifted from letting OPJL be our research arm, and we are now SOAR 4031 Foundation. And so we're getting a new website. So that website is pixisreal.org. Um, it should be ready by Sunday. This developer has been very but it should be ready by Sunday. It's in progress. But yes, so pixisreal.org, and you will be able to go in and take the survey right from our site. But I will send you the link, and you can send it out to whoever in your organization, network, wherever. I have some promo for that, and it only takes about 7 minutes to take it. But yeah, and then we're asking folks to host Picnic and PIC Nick. So if you or any of your organization wants to connect with us, it's like a therapy session for your organization, and we will give you the training guide on how to do it, and you just sit around and you have 2 hours a month, a week, two times a week, and it's basically like a support group, and you just sit around, you feed everybody, and they take the survey, and then once they take the survey, we can get them signed up for any kind of therapy, case management. It's nationwide. We can take Medicaid. We can take any kind of insurances, take private insurance, private pay, whatever. We can get them set up on telehealth. And I was telling you earlier, we give them that survey, we give you the intake form, and we get you connected to therapy so that they can go through this. We get this mental health thing locked down, and people can really deal with this thing head on. Yep.
And you know what? And I want to kind of put you on the spot here because I love what you're doing. Like
Mhm.
this is amazing. It's serious. And my mind kind of runs all the time. My mind is going with doing something that can affect not only the community but society as a whole. And so um right now we are scheduled, Success After Lockdown is scheduled to go into a North Carolina prison. Um on June 27th, June 28th,
Mhm.
Friday, and speak to the men. So the war in there, Miss Hawkins, beautiful sister that invited us to come talk to her population,
Mhm.
you know, on reentry and what we doing. And I when I think about that, I think about you right now, because that can be a moment where Chastity is also presenting, the survey, what it is, this the information, you know what I mean, to this population. And I'm always looking for. I know it's a brother that I grew up with. He don't like that word collaboration, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I look at it on a different fork, and when I look at it, I'm always looking to you know um, bring together those that's around the country, that's
Mm-hmm.
around this globe, because I've never been to Cincinnati, Ohio. You know what I mean? You're the first person I met from Cincinnati, Ohio. This,
Well, come on down.
just keeping it straight up. This is,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. So when StreamYard, when we recognized this platform and we went into this platform, now I get to meet those people where I haven't even set foot on their soil yet. You know what I mean? I finally get to meet these people, and you're doing great work, doing work that I feel is so necessary and so needed. And so, I look for those formerly incarcerated, those justice impacted, those that understand and acknowledge the system for what it is, and trying to make a difference. So I just want to say that I hope that you and I, Success After Lockdown, that we can, in your organization, and that we can get together and collaborate
Mm-hmm.
um, sometime, because I think that even Michael Marshall Muhammad, who works for non-for-profit Exodus Transitional Community, that's something that we can bring to that platform and bring to those men and women that
Mm-hmm.
come to the program
Mm-hmm.
at Exodus as well. So at Exodus, we actually have a department too that advocate for those that's about to be arrested, so those that have court dates. So brothers like Muhammad go in, and myself, we go in and we advocate for those individuals, you know, um, to alternative to incarceration,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I think that those moments and he's a lead facilitator, Muhammad, at Exodus. In those moments, I think I can see him inviting you to a
Mm-hmm.
session to speaking with.